So there is a way sunshine hits coffee farmers during the dry season. And I didn't have to see that happen to me. So what you see in the background is an excavator. I had to hire one to dig for me a dam. Now, I'm making this video to show you the whole process. And please make sure that you follow along, because I'll be revealing the dimensions and how much it costed me. There you go. So that is our excavator trying to start the whole process. Yeah, so at that point I was recording. While recording, and the excavator had just started excavating. Yeah, and a few feet down were the ones that were excavated at the moment. And then even in terms of length, it hadn't moved that much, as you can see. It had just started the whole thing, and it was just a small area that had been excavated at that time. So what you see is the land where I want to put the coffee. So it is just next to the area where the dam is being excavated. Yeah, so this is the other view of what had been excavated at that time. It was just a small area. Yeah, I think they had gone down just like I think something like a few feet. Yeah, so at that point they went on to do more excavation, and the length had increased. At least the length had increased, and if I'm not mistaken, at that point they had at least reached at that point they had reached at least something like more than 90 feet. Yes, I'll be telling you the total number of feet in terms of length and width, then plus the depth that we considered, and then how much was spent to excavate this thing. By the way, this process wasn't an easy one, because getting an excavator itself is not an easy task. Not at all. You have to, at some point, you even have to get a broker, someone who will connect you to those people, and that person needs money. So getting an excavator itself was a very, very hard task. But the moment you get it, well, you've at least managed to complete the biggest task. But then again, well, we managed to get it. It came, as you can see, it is excavating. But we thought that maybe in 2 days they will be done, because normally that's what an excavator takes. Some excavators do even take like 24 hours to excavate a dam, depending on the measurements or how big or small the dam is. But an excavator can even take just 1 day to complete a dam. But if I'm being honest with you, it took us a lot of time. Yes, it took us a lot of time. And why this machine kept on breaking down, it got a lot of mechanical issues. Yes, that machine you see, the one that is excavating right now, it got a lot of mechanical issues, and it became so frustrating at some point, really frustrating. We thought they were going to finish within just 1 day, but we were surprised that it frustrated us that it actually took up to 3 weeks, if I'm being honest here. It took up to 3 weeks because that machine had to break down, and and they spent about 1 week trying to repair it. And even after so many attempts, it still failed. But then after some time, after that 1 week, it resumed work. But then again, just after a few hours, it got its issues, its mechanical issues came back. So guys, it wasn't that easy, so they had to bring in another excavator, as we're going to see. Yeah, for those who will stick to this video till the end, they had to bring in another excavator to finish that job. So guys, getting an excavator is one other hard task. But then if you're not lucky, it may even take up to 3 weeks. And whenever it takes long, other issues start coming in, trust me. Other issues start coming in. At some point, because of sympathy, you may even find yourself spending more. Yes. So, but well, eventually, the job got done, as we're going to see. Yes, as we're going to see. But it wasn't an easy task. Because me, I thought the moment you have the excavator, within 1 day, you're done. Within 1 day, you're done, and you're just going to focus on other things. So that is what I thought. But whenever it takes longer than what you expected, then more monitoring costs start coming in. Yes, more monitoring costs start coming in, because if something takes 1 day, monitoring becomes simpler. Yes, just have maybe just 1 day of monitoring. But if, let's say, you have another job to handle, and then you thought that this task at the farm is going to take just 1 day, and then it is taking weeks, there is a way how that increases your expenses in terms of monitoring, because at some point you'll have to come and find out what's really going on there. But eventually we managed to reach that stage. Yes, we managed to reach that stage, as all of you can see. Yeah, and that was after a very big struggle of frequent mechanical breakdowns. But they eventually managed to bring another excavator. As you can see, if you look closely, you can tell that there are two excavators. One that is excavating right now, and the other one that is parked at the far end. If you look closely, yes, you can tell that there are two excavators. So this new excavator managed to complete the task, and yeah, someone finally got a chance of seeing his dam get into shape. Yes. So at this point, I want to reveal the dimensions. So someone out there is wondering, how long is this dam, how wide is this dam, and how deep is this dam? So this dam here is 130 feet long, 50 feet wide, and it has an average of 14 feet in terms of depth. Yeah, and that is a result of the relief of the area. Yes, the topography. And if you're wondering how much it took 7 million UGX. Yeah, so that is it for you. Yeah, so finally, with God's grace, we managed to complete this dam, and we expect something like 1.5 million liters of water, if possible more, depending on how we receive the rainfall in each season. Remember, we have 2 seasons in Uganda. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Yes, because that's one way that, that's one way of inspiring me to do more content like this one.